Once upon a time, in a forgotten corner of Port Uma, where the gutters overflowed and power was a rumor, lived a woman named Mama Tarella. Life had never truly smiled at her, but everything shattered after her husband passed away. With no inheritance, no backup, and nowhere to hide, she was thrown out by her husband's people and left to survive with her only daughter, Zivana. If you think you've seen hardship, then you've never heard the tale of Mama Tarella. Her days were a war just to breathe, just to endure. She wore the same ragged wrapper for months, her slippers patched with wire, and her meals came from leftovers dumped behind buka shops. At one point, she even started washing bloodied hospital gowns just to earn spare change. But it never stretched. Then, one hot afternoon, sitting on a cracked pavement with her hungry child asleep beside her, a memory hit her like thunder. She used to braid hair, not just braid it, but weave stories into scalps. Her hands were gifted. People used to say her fingers could charm hair into gold. How did I forget? She muttered to herself, wiping sweat from her brow. Driven by a new resolve, she saved every naira she could. From hawking kerosene, carrying cement at construction sites, and even pawning her last earrings. After 4 back-breaking months, she managed to buy a broken stool, a plastic mirror, and set up a roadside salon beside a mechanic shop. But clients didn't come. The few who sat in her chair left early, muttering complaints like, "My scalp still dey burn, na braid or barbed wire you carry give me." Mama Tarella forced a smile and kept weaving, but each insult chipped away at her confidence. "Maybe I was never gifted," she whispered one night. "Maybe my husband and those people lied just to make me feel useful." Then, one twilight, as she packed up her combs and broken brush, an old woman appeared, face dry like peeled cassava, eyes foggy like rainy windows. The street called her Mama Forgotten. They said she was more shadow than human. "One braid," the woman said, sitting without invitation. Tarella hesitated, then parted her hair and worked in silence. When she finished, the woman stood and whispered with a voice like broomsticks scraping floor, "If you want hands to queue for your chair, braid with the water of the silenced." Tarella blinked. "What do you mean?" A week later, Zivana fell seriously ill. Doctors said she needed urgent surgery. 500,000 euros, but Tarella didn't even have 5,000 euro. That night she sat by the hospital corridor, staring at a flickering bulb. The woman's voice echoed again in her mind. She returned to the same mango tree, and like before, Mama Forgotten appeared. "I'm ready," Tarella whispered. "Then listen," the woman said. "Go to Ollery Mortuary. Ask for a boy named Nandu. Don't go before 2:30 a.m. And whatever happens, don't look into the mirror on the 3rd shelf." That night, Mama Tarella walked through a dead city. Ollery Mortuary was colder than she imagined. Nandu, a boy no older than 17 with tribal scars like burning threads, led her past cold bodies and quiet whispers. He handed her a small bottle filled with a shimmering black liquid. She didn't ask questions. She ran. The next morning, she washed her combs with the strange water. That day, the first client who sat in her chair gasped as Tarella's fingers danced like magic. The woman wept from the beauty. By noon, there was a crowd. Women begging, some offering triple payment. "Madam, I beg, just one line, even one single Ghana weaving." In 1 week, her name spread from Port Uma to social media pages. Mama Tarella's braids became legend. Even celebrities came disguised in sunglasses. But success brought enemies. One, her longtime rival, Auntie Bisola, couldn't stand the noise. "This na juju," she muttered. She visited in disguise, bought a style, and still left confused and suspicious. Soon, people started whispering. "Something's off," a customer said. "When I looked in the mirror, I saw a woman behind me. She said, 'Tell her to return my silence.'" Mama Tarella smiled on the outside. But each night, she sat awake, staring at her comb. Was she truly using a gift, or something else entirely? They say success comes at a price. What price did Mama Torella pay? Part 2 drops soon. Turn on notifications so you don't miss it. By Unwana's story.